and welcome to our new video. If you haven't heard by now, Fortnite is a rather big deal in a lot of gaming societies. Developed by Epic Games, this sandbox endurance title puts you smack dab in the center of a spiritual crisis. After a global storm wipes out most of Earth's human inhabitants, you and 3 other players have to work off droves of beasts and zombie-like creatures. Now and then you'll break to scavenge for amounts to create a shelter sturdy enough to keep out the extreme horrors beyond the gate. So in this video, we're going to show you some of the best Fortnite laptops on the market. Check the description below for more details and its prices. The Lenovo 15.6-inch Legion Y520 notebook is packed with various features intended for gaming lovers. It is powered by a 2.8 GHz Intel Core i7-7700 HQ quad-core processor and 8 GB of DDR4 RAM. It owns the hardware needed for productive multitasking, quick loading, and fluid gaming. Furthermore, its NVIDIA GeForce GTX 1050 Ti graphics card gives you the graphical processing power to manage visually demanding games. With it, you can license additional graphical choices and crank up in-game visual environments to endure your games at their best. Its 15.6-inch display is made with an IPS panel and has a 1920 by 1080 resolution for crisp, clear, and bright Full HD content playback. An HDMI port allows you to connect an external display for intensified multitasking or for great viewing. For storage, it has a 128GB PCIe SSD and a 1TB 5400 RPM HDD. Connect to the internet through 802.11 AC Wi-Fi, and pair cooperative wireless peripherals with Bluetooth 4.1 technology to free up USB ports for other devices. Created for gaming and built with a Max-Q design, the aluminum black 15.6-inch Aero 15X V8-BK4 notebook of Gigabyte comes equipped with an NVIDIA GeForce GTX 1070 graphics card with 8 GB of GDDR5 RAM, a 15.6-inch IPS anti-glare display with a Full HD 1920 by 1080 resolution, a 144Hz refresh rate, and assistance for NVIDIA Optimus technology. The core of this laptop is driven by a 2.2 GHz Intel Core i7-8750H processor, which can be overclocked up to 4.1 GHz, plus 16 GB of 2666 MHz DDR4 RAM. A 512GB PCIe M.2 SSD presents storage. If you require to add additional extra storage, visual drives, memory card readers, and further, the 15X V8-BK4 gives one 40GB a second Thunderbolt 3 port that also sustains 10GB a second USB 3.1 Type-C and DisplayPort 1.2, plus one 10GB a second USB 3.1 Gen 2 Type-A port and a couple 5GB a second USB 3.1 Gen 1 Type-A ports. You'll also be capable of outputting video to an external display, HDMI 2.0, and Mini DisplayPort 1.4 ports. The 15.6-inch GS65 Stealth Thin Gaming Notebook of MSI is designed with hardware and highlights for potency and gaming. Specs-wise, it possesses a 2.2 GHz Intel Core i7-8750H 6-core processor, an NVIDIA GeForce GTX 1070 graphics card with 8 GB of GDDR5 VRAM, and 16 GB of 2400 MHz DDR4 RAM. Thanks to its dedicated GPU, you'll be capable of playing graphically demanding games on its 1920 by 1080 Full HD display. Furthermore, the screen has a 144Hz refresh rate and a 7 millisecond response time for active and fluid content playback. There are also Thunderbolt 3, HDMI, and Mini DisplayPort products if you'd like to connect to an extensive external display. For storage, the GS65 Stealth comes equipped with a 256GB NVMe SSD. Should you require more space, you can join additional storage devices using its various USB ports. Connect to the internet through 802.11 AC Wi-Fi or the Gigabit LAN jack for a more enduring and stable wired joint. With Bluetooth 5.0 connectivity, it can also be paired with cooperative wireless peripherals to free up its USB ports for more critical devices. Masterminded with the specific demanding requirements of the gaming audience in mind, The 15.6-inch Inspiron 15 7000 Gaming Series notebook of Dell encourages gaming and high-performance graphics, plus highlights a cooling system that helps improve uninterrupted gameplay. It is powered by a 2.8 GHz Intel Core i7-7700HQ quad-core processor that enables you to run various applications concurrently. The processor also highlights a boost speed of up to 3.8 GHz, and the system's 16 GB of 2400 MHz DDR4 RAM, which may be enhanced all the way up to 32 GB, which enables the computer to instantly access frequently used files and applications, as well as helping to guarantee effective multitasking. The 15.6-inch anti-glare IPS display highlights a full HD 1920 by 1080 resolution. It also has a 16:9 perspective ratio, LED backlighting, observing angles of 160/160 degrees, and a 60 Hz refresh rate. The dedicated NVIDIA GeForce GTX 1060 graphics card has 6 GB of GDDR5 RAM and gives a bright, clear image. Play your preferred PC games in style with the Acer 15.6-inch Predator Helios 300 gaming notebook, finished with a textured metal finish and a black/red color design. The keyboard also has a numeric keypad and red backlighting. The 15.6-inch IPS display emphasizes a full HD 1920 by 1080 screen resolution and a 16:9 aspect ratio. The screen also highlights a 144 Hz refresh rate, 300 nits of brightness, and a 72% NTSC and 93% sRGB color gamut. Visuals are managed by a dedicated NVIDIA GeForce GTX 1060 graphics card with 6 GB of GDDR5 VRAM. The display also stars an in-plane switching panel for broader viewing angles. You can also output video to an outer display through the HDMI 2.0 port with HDCP support. The product is powered with an 8th Gen Coffee Lake 2.2 GHz Intel Core i7-8750H 6-core processor. Also, it has 16 GB of 2666 MHz DDR4 RAM, an SDXC media card reader, Gigabit Ethernet, Wi-Fi 5 802.11 AC, USB 2.0 Type A ports, USB 3.1 Gen 1 Type A, and Bluetooth 5.0, USB 3.1 Gen 1 Type C. Windows 10 Home is the introduced operating system. Thanks for watching.